John Newman. I was born in Bohemia in 1811. I studied for the priesthood and was looking forward to being ordained in 1835 when the bishop decided that there would be no more ordinations because Bohemia had more priests than were needed. I wrote to bishops all over Europe but had the same response. I didn't give up, and after working in a factory with English-speaking workers, I was able to learn English. Finally, the bishop in New York agreed to ordain me, so I left my native land forever. In New York, I was one of 36 priests for 200,000 Catholics. My parish in western New York stretched from Lake Ontario to Pennsylvania. Because of the work and isolation of my parish, I longed for community, so I joined the Redemptorists, a religious congregation of priests and brothers dedicated to helping the poor and most abandoned. In 1852, I was appointed the fourth bishop of Philadelphia. I was the first to organize a Catholic diocesan school system. I was the founder of Catholic education in this country. My ability to learn many languages, such as Spanish, French, Italian, and Gaelic, enabled me to hear the confessions of the immigrants and to communicate with them. While bishop, I chose to walk to various places to minister to the needs of the people. I loved working with the poor and ministering to them. My life